Welcome back, everyone. So, half term, Christmas, New Year is over. And you know that this week, classes, etc., and coming back to college and school is a bit crazy. So, this lesson is about you having your one-to-one mock feedback, and this video is to introduce question 5 due in paper 2 because we're going to be moving on to paper 2 now. So, you will see just here in the video this section. We're going to just look at this together now. You'll see up here it says use this format for an article or speech with a letter, etc. That is further down and I will show you that shortly. So question 2, paper 5. It's 40 marks. It's all about you having an opinion and sharing it. And it's about you being able to justify it and not kind of just making it up as you go along. So it does involve some planning, but there is definitely a structure that I'm going to teach you that I think you'll find really useful with sentence starters. So you might get something like this. People have become obsessed with travelling even further and faster. However, travel is expensive, dangerous, damaging, and a waste of time. Write an article in which you argue your point of view for the statement. So this is actually the 2020 paper. This was the question. So when we look at this question, we are thinking, okay, immediately they are hating on travel. They're saying that travel is expensive, it's dangerous, it's damaging, and it's a waste of time. They talk about how people have become obsessed with travelling further and faster. You are being asked to write an article in which you argue your point of view. So notice that they're not telling you what your point of view is. They are inviting you to think about what your point of view is. So below, let's think about some of your ideas. I'm just going to share my ideas with you about this, and I think you know me and you know that I love travel. So I immediately would think, hell no, I disagree with this statement because I love travel, absolutely love it. So I would be thinking, okay, I'm going to come up with reasons that I completely disagree with this. So does travel have to be expensive? No. You can do it low cost. Absolutely. Does it have to be dangerous? No. It's only dangerous if you're stupid. You need to plan and you need to prepare. So many people travel all the time. If it were that dangerous, people wouldn't do it. Is it damaging? Yes, it can be. So this might be my counter argument. Flights are damaging, okay, to the environment. But I would also say there are so many other ways to travel that are more eco-friendly. So we might think about train, we might even think about boats. And then, oh my God, they tell me it's a waste of time. Are they crazy? I would say absolutely not. No, because there are so many reasons that I would be travelling. So first of all, I would think about culture. I would think about food. I would think about sites, heritage. I would think about weather. I would think about animals. And most importantly, I would think about experiences. Believe me, if I'm on my deathbed, I want to remember the experiences I've had rather than the new car that I bought 20 years ago. So for me, there are a ton of reasons that I would disagree. And these are some of mine. You absolutely are entitled to come up with your own reasons for sure. So here we've got a format, okay? And I'm just going to talk you through this. This is the format that we will use every single time we try and do paper 2, question 5. So we've got an opening here and we're thinking we want to open with 3 adjectives. So for me, I love traveling, so I'm going to open with something like exciting, fascinating, and incredible. Full stop. And then I would state, this is travel. So then I move through the rest of this. So I'll talk you through this quickly. So you have a description, and here you could start with painting a picture or ask your audience to imagine. And you can either go with something positive or negative, depending on what viewpoint you've taken. For me, I would start with something positive and paint a picture of a beautiful beach in somebody's mind through the use of language. Then I talk to my audience with the word you, and you've got some sentence starters here that might help you. You may not know that travelling can actually be really affordable, really safe, and not damaging to the environment, and give some examples. You might encourage them to think about other things. Here I'm going to hit them up with a personal story of mine. I would maybe reference the time I've travelled, where I've been, and how enjoyable it's been. Then I move on to this, expert opinions, facts and statistics. You want to name an expert, so that's going to be a travel agent, but it might also be someone like a psychologist that talks about how amazing travel is for our bodies and our brains, and our mental health. Then I come in with my counter argument, and I might talk about that, yes, I understand that some people think travel, like I said up here, can be damaging to the environment. However, what those people don't know is that there are so many other ways to travel. We don't have to fly. And then finally, I'm going to end with a question and a command. So you've got sentence starters here. Ask yourself this: would you rather be on your deathbed thinking about the car you brought, or would you rather end your days knowing that you travelled the world and you had the most brilliant time? Go and see the world, experience new cultures, see new things, try new things. Encourage your audience to do what you think they should. Now, I'm only talking about the positives of travelling because I'm completely against the statement. If you agree with that statement, then you do the opposite of everything I've said, and you tell me why travel is so expensive. You tell me why it's so damn dangerous or damaging, and why it's a waste of time. What I want you to think about is maybe just going through this writing frame and popping down a couple of ideas. I'm not asking you to complete a whole article at all, but you may just finish every sentence so you can see what an article looks like, and when you read it yourself you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, so not going to go on for much longer about this because I want you to actually get writing. So use the writing frame, use my ideas, and good luck.